So what we covered today, number one, how to read balance sheet. All of us come from the non-finance background, so obviously, what is balance sheet? We may not be so much of familiar. So what I'm going to do with you, friends, I'm going to take you through a live balance sheet of one of our supplier, a live balance sheet of one of our supplier, and we will discuss one every item line by line. We will understand every item line by line, and we will also understand as to what is the significance of those items. So that is number one. And then we will understand कि ये जो program है, the whole focus of this program is to do the financial analysis of our vendors so as to ensure that they are stable. And why they are stable and why do we need to do it? Because whatever we do in our company, in our operations, a lot is dependent on the performance of our suppliers. हम गाड़ियां बनाते हैं, गाड़ियां बना के बेचते हैं, गाड़ियां बनाने के लिए हम कंपोनेंट्स परचेज करते हैं, मटेरियल परचेज करते हैं हमारे सप्लायर से. अगर हमारे सप्लायर मटेरियल्स की सप्लाई में गड़बड़ करेंगे तो हमारे प्लान खुद के डिस्टर्ब होंगे, हमारे प्लान डिस्टर्ब होंगे, हमारी परफॉर्मेंस डिस्टर्ब होगी. एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज एब्सोल्युटली नेसेसरी फॉर एवरी वन ऑफ अस टू कीप अ ट्रैक of our vendors that we are doing. But what we are trying to understand, how to make use of finance for making that tracking of our vendors even stronger. तो हम लोग समझ के लेंगे कि what are the risks that are involved for us as far as our vendors are concerned. That is what we will discuss. And then we will discuss what can be done to analyze financial stability of a vendor. तो मेरा एक vendor है और वो let's say he is in some part of some other state, तो वो फाइनेंशियली हाउ इज इट डूइंग. कल को मुझे गच्ची तो नहीं देगा, कल को मुझे लटका तो नहीं देगा, मैं उसके भरोसे पे हूँ तो कल को मुझे चकमा तो नहीं दे देगा, तो वो कैसे मालूम करेंगे? दैट इज व्हाट वी विल डिस्कस. Then of course we will also understand what is capital employed and what is investment, and I'm going to spend more time on this because I have seen that generally, and this I am telling you based on my experience of delivering training programs in more than 50 locations across the globe. मैंने पूरी दुनिया में देखा है और आपको यकीन नहीं होगा, कई बार तो फाइनेंस के लोग जो हैं उनको भी थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन हो जाता है कि कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड क्या है और इन्वेस्टमेंट क्या है, इनकी क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है, वो समझ के लेंगे. एंड देन फ्रेंड्स वी विल कम टू दी working capital. So today we will understand what is working capital, how the working capital is done in the businesses, and how we can tighten the working capital management of a business. और देखिए, ये जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग हम इस प्रोग्राम से गैदर करेंगे, अल्टीमेटली we would be able to use this understanding also to help our vendors to do better, because if they do better and that is going to help us as well. So working capital को कैसे टाइट करना चाहिए? अगर एक कंपनी का वर्किंग कैपिटल लूज है तो उस कंपनी को किस तरह के प्रॉब्लम्स आते हैं, और एक कंपनी का अगर वर्किंग कैपिटल मैनेजमेंट टाइट है तो उनकी परफॉर्मेंस कैसे इंप्रूव होती है. एंड दिस वी विल डू विद द हेल्प ऑफ अ केस स्टडी. एंड फाइनली फ्रेंड्स वी विल अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर द कार्डिनल प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ एफिशिएंट वर्किंग कैपिटल मैनेजमेंट. सो दिस इज द एजेंडा फ्रेंड्स दैट वी हैव फॉर टुडे, एंड लेट्स बिगिन. सो why to know how to read balance sheet? So let's start. And the first question that I would like to ask to all of you, and maybe you will respond, in your understanding friends, what are the risks of Tata Motors attached with the financial position of its vendors? यानी कि हम as a company are banking on our suppliers. So in your understanding, what are the kinds of risks that we are carrying as far as our vendors are concerned? All of you.
Supply may suffer.
Supply may suffer. Yes, of course. Supply may suffer. Yes. What else?
Further, stoppage of production and due to which we are in loss.
Okay. Very good. One more point.
They may try to compromise in quality.
Absolutely. They may also try and compromise in quality. Okay, very good friends. So let me share with you what are the risks we as Tata Motors carry as far as our suppliers are concerned. And the risks that we carry are, number one, we give advances to our suppliers so as to ensure continuous supply of the components to us. if they mess it up, if a supplier whom I have given substantial advance just to ensure that a critical component for manufacturing of our vehicles, my vehicles, is maintained, I have given a huge advance, and if this supplier goes bankrupt, then I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble not only from the perspective of money that I'm going to lose, but also the continuity of the supply of the material that is going to hinder. Number two, we supply tools, molds, jigs and fixtures to them. We have a dependence on them for supply of components. Many times with certain suppliers, we also have a price advantage. So there are many suppliers, but we would go to a particular supplier because we get a price advantage. Now, if this supplier for some reason is not able to deliver, then we have to go to some other supplier who is going to be expensive. That means we will have a financial loss. Locational advantage with a particular supplier. So in certain cases, a particular supplier may be having a locational advantage as far as we are concerned. Time and opportunity loss in development of new vendor. So in case अगर एक existing vendor है, सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा है, लेकिन उसका business अगर गड़बड़ा गया, and remember that is the reason why we have we use in Tata Motors we use this financial stability analysis of our vendors. Why is that? From time to time we carry out this financial analysis of all the vendors and categorize them into three different categories कि ये सेफ है, ये ग्रे एरिया में है और ये रेड है. तो क्यों करते हैं? इसीलिए so that if you know that a particular supplier is in the red zone, that means consciously we have to take a decision not to depend on this supplier, and that is the reason why we do. So in case if we do not keep a track of a supplier, if I am not aware that one supplier is in red zone and I am overconfident, I am complacent, and then suddenly one day I come to know that this supplier has gone to NCLT or this supplier has become bankrupt. Now what is going to happen? I will suffer a lot of time and opportunity loss in developing a new vendor in case if I have not done already. Disruption in company's production plan resulting from irregularity at supplier's place or the vendor's place. Loss of confidence as a result of failure of a vendor. I am sure you can understand. In case if a vendor fails, now remember it's not the failure of the vendor. I as the manager also have a very depressing feeling that despite I taking care of everything, this vendor has failed. So I too get a very depressing feeling. So that is a loss of confidence. And then resultant hassles of excessive follow-up. So a vendor he has gone for bankruptcy or he is in trouble, he is financial difficulty, he is in financial mess, he is not able to supply me, and I have given him the advances, I have given him the tools, jigs and fixtures. Now to recover everything of mine, I have to do a follow-up with him, I have to spend money on legal things and things like that, which is an unnecessary cost for me. And finally friends, cost, time and efforts associated with all these above. So these are friends some of the risks that we have or we carry as far as our suppliers are concerned. Now with a view to mitigate these risks, we have to ensure that we do the tracking of our suppliers in a way so that we are warned well in advance in case if a supplier is running into a difficulty. And for that purpose, we ought to have a good understanding of finance, and that is what we are doing. So now the question is, what can be done to analyze financial stability of any business, and in this case of our suppliers? तो क्या क्या कर सकते हैं? बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं. रेफरेंस ले सकते हैं, राइट, पास्ट रिकॉर्ड दे सकते हैं, बैंक के साथ में चेक कर सकते हैं, और इनफॉर्मल सोर्सेज से मालूम कर सकते हैं, बिजनेस एसोसिएशंस हैं उनके थ्रू मालूम कर सकते हैं, क्रेडिट रेटिंग एजेंसीज हैं उनके थ्रू मालूम कर सकते हैं. सो देयर आर मेनी सोर्सेज फ्रॉम वेयर वी कैन फाइंड आउट about the stability or strength of a supplier before we start depending or relying on that supplier. But उसके साथ साथ हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं? उसके साथ साथ हम लोग हमारी खुद की भी एक सिस्टम तैयार कर सकते हैं, एंड वो सिस्टम के थ्रू हम हमारे सप्लायर्स को रेट कर सकते हैं. एंड दैट इज व्हाट फ्रेंड्स एग्जैक्टली वी डू इन टाटा मोटर्स. ऑल ऑफ यू आर अवेयर that in Tata Motors we have a financial analysis methodology for rating our suppliers from the perspective of finding out as to how how strong they are financially, how dependable they are, how reliable they are. So that is what we already have in Tata Motors and that we are using. Now, what this methodology is? This methodology, friends, has got three components, and those three components are: number one is the Altman Z score for bankruptcy test. So Altman has been a professor of finance with Stern University of US, and about 50 years back he did some research, and based on his research of industry in America, he designed a score which is known as Altman Z score for bankruptcy test. So उन्होंने क्या किया, उन्होंने 5 डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स को आइडेंटिफाई किया. तो हमारा टाटा मोटर्स की जो मेथोडोलॉजी है, हमने उसमें एल्टमैन जेड के स्कोर को लिया है. लेकिन हमने क्या किया है, हमने एल्टमैन जेड के स्कोर को वैसा ही नहीं लिया जैसा कि वो है, हमने उसको हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से सूटेबली उसको एडजस्ट किया है. So what is this Altman Z score? As you can see on your screen, this Altman Z score has got 5 components. One is liquidity, second is profitability, third is operational efficiency, fourth is solvency, and fifth is asset utilization. अब देखिए फ्रेंड्स, अगर मुझे Altman Z का ये स्कोर यूज करना है तो मुझे ये 5 जो चीजें हैं, लिक्विडिटी क्या है, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी क्या है, एसेट यूटिलाइजेशन क्या है, वो मुझे मालूम होना चाहिए. Isn't it? Unless and I know all that, I will not be able to use Altman Z score. And that is why we have in this program, we are going to understand as to Altman Z जो भी use करता है वो क्या है, and that is what we will understand as part of the balance sheet. And then there are 2 more components of Tata Motors methodology of evaluating its vendors. So which are those 2 components? Those 2 components are: number 1, it is interest coverage ratio for profitability and short term liquidity. So what is interest coverage ratio? That is what we will understand. So हमने profitability पहले cover की है already, तो उसके basis पे interest coverage ratio कैसे calculate करते हैं वो हम understand करेंगे. And then the third component that the Tata Motors financial analysis methodology has, the third component is net debt equity ratio. Now this screen that you see on this slide that you see on your screen is just to give you an idea that to be good at all this we need to understand balance sheet. So tomorrow when we come to the, or day after, when we come to the financial analysis, we will understand all these ratios one by one, all the ratios one by one. And friends, let me tell you, they are not difficult at all. They are not difficult at all. On the contrary, they are very interesting. And why they are very interesting? Because they are revealing all these ratios. They are revealing. तो आप डेट इक्विटी रेशियो कैलकुलेट करोगे तो आपको मालूम पड़ता है कि कंपनी की फाइनेंशियल रिस्क क्या है. अगर आप करंट रेशियो कैलकुलेट करोगे तो आपको मालूम पड़ेगा कि कंपनी का वर्किंग कैपिटल मैनेजमेंट कैसा है. सो बाय कैलकुलेटिंग फ्यू रेशियोज यू आर एबल टू गेट अ वेरी गुड आइडिया अबाउट द कंपनीज परफॉर्मेंस. एंड these ratios are extremely revealing, and that's why they are extremely interesting also. And that is what we will be understanding. But today we will understand the balance sheet, and tomorrow or day after, when we do the financial analysis, we will use this understanding for calculating using Tata Motors फाइनेंशियल एनालिसिस मेथोडोलॉजी. तो हम एक कंपनी, एक सप्लायर हैं टाटा मोटर्स के, जिनके के नंबर हम यूज कर रहे हैं, जिनका P&L और बैलेंस शीट हम यूज कर रहे हैं, वो नंबर को यूज करते हुए हम लोग मालूम करेंगे कि भाई ये जो सप्लायर है इसकी रेटिंग कहाँ पर है और कैसी है. एंड दिस इज व्हाट वी विल डू. राइट. सो फ्रेंड्स, दिस इज द बैलेंस शीट दैट आई वाज टॉकिंग टू यू.